Hey guys, my name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel for Bookmas Day 7. I cannot believe I've made this much videos, but today I'm going to be doing some winter book recommendations. Oh yeah, today started off with like our whole house losing power for some reason, and it's like not even like bad weather, but anyways, we'll make do with not having lighting or power. So yeah, I'm gonna probably be going over like 5 to 6 book recommendations that I really feel encompasses the winter and are just some like cozy books that would like fit really well for reading like from now until like January, February, kind of while like the wintry cold season is going. So yeah, if you're excited for that, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, thanks for all your support on Bookmas, and leave a comment and I will start this video. Alrighty, the first book recommendation that I have for you guys is The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen, and I read this honestly probably like 3 months ago, but this would have been so good to read during like the winter season because it's such a cozy book. It's really fast, it's really quick, and it's actually much better. It looks like a really small and simple book, but it was really good on the inside. So I'll read the back. 4 boys, one treacherous plan, an entire kingdom to fool. So basically there's this boy named, I think his name is Sage, and he gets approached by this man named Connor, who essentially takes him kind of with him to his manor, and he also takes 4 other boys that kind of look similar to him. And basically what happens is those 4 are started to be accompanied in this plot, like this kind of rebellion plot for one of the boys to be like the crown prince, like to impersonate the false prince, or to become a false prince, because that's what the title is called, false prince. So there's a competition, and one of these 4 boys is going to become the false prince and say that he's the long lost prince and that he's coming back. And then I don't even know how to explain it because it's just so complicated, but it was really good. It was like a mix of like Throne of Glass, Hunger Games a little bit too, and it had some really great twists. Honestly, like I was so shocked at some points. So overall medieval feel to it. I love like the time zone, like it just really fit like the winter vibes for me, and I definitely recommend. Alrighty, next up I want to talk about Ranger's Apprentice. I've been reading on audiobook, so I don't of course have like a physical copy, but I really enjoy this series, or I'm enjoying it because I'm on like book 5 or something, book 7 maybe, I don't know. This is a good winter book as well, because it's also another like high kind of fantasy. Yeah, there's no magic in this. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a medieval kind of like book set with like kingdoms and with like knights, and got like these cool like under society that's like called the Rangers, and Will, he gets selected to be a Ranger's apprentice, and he starts getting kind of involved in these plots to like overthrow his enemies and go through different countries and adventure. And then we're also set with Horace, who is training to be like a battle master at like the kingdom school thingy. And basically we're like going along with like Will and Horace as they go on their adventures to defeat like the evil forces such as Morzan, and then also go to different countries, and like some people get like kidnapped and they have to get rescued, and like there's all these like different books with all these different adventures. And honestly it's really good. I don't know, it's just like something about it. And some of the books, like maybe like 2 or 3 and like 4, those books are definitely good like winter books, so I don't know, I just thought that was a good choice. Alrighty, next up we've got The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and Holly Black is a really good writer. She's made a lot of books, and she's like definitely became famous off of that, like her great writing. And I just wanted to kind of highlight this for a second because it's really good. For some reason I thought that I didn't like it, but now I like it again, so I don't know. Anyways, this is a book about this girl named Jude and her 2 sisters that were kidnapped when she was 7 years old, and she was kidnapped into like the High Court of Fairy. And so 10 years later, when she's like 17, 16, I don't remember what she was, but it's trying to kind of get into the High Court of the Fairy. Like she wants to be a part of the court, and she wants to be like more involved because she's been treated as a human, as a despicable human, and she can't like do anything, and she has all these like limits and rules, and she just wants to defy them. She wants to earn her place in the court, and this is kind of her journey. And I think now that I'm thinking back on this, it was really good. I love the characters, I love the plot, I love like the mischievous like twists, and like just the all intricate writing, and I really do want to finish the series and like want to keep going with it. It's just for some reason I've had this block in my mind that like I didn't like it, but honestly I think this is a really great story, especially if you want some like banter and some like kind of cozy winter reading with some like nice politics mixed in with this like high fantasy. Like it's really cool. Next up we've got Divergent by Veronica Roth, and as always just the first book, not the whole. I'm not talking about the whole series, I'm just talking about the first book. Only get the first book of Divergent because it was so good. It's basically about this dystopian world where there are 5 factions like broken into society. I don't remember them, but it's cool. There's like 5 factions, and then when you are 16, after you kind of get the education and you kind of like get a glimpse of all the world, you basically choose which faction you want to be in. And we're set with, I'm pretty sure her name is like Beatrice, and she goes by Triss. And basically Triss, when she goes through her exams to see like which faction she should choose, she becomes Divergent, which is very scary, which is a very bad thing, and the government like kills Divergent people. So she kind of has to keep it under lock, and she moves to a different faction called like the Dauntless, and it's like the Fearless faction. And so she has to kind of navigate trying to become part of the Dauntless faction while also hiding her Divergent secret so that the government does not like take her and kill her, because she's a threat to the government and like Divergent people can't be controlled. So yeah, it's really cool, and I just think you should definitely read this. It's definitely like cozy, has a little bit of romance in it, which I always love in like the winter time. Like I think that's something that I kind of have like a seasonal effect on. Like I love romance in the winter, and then I don't love it as much in the summer. Really action packed. It's perfect for like reading in the winter. That's all I have to say. Next up, I've got Warcross by Mary Lou, and I also want to talk about this book. I feel like I have so many books to talk about, but I don't have much time to do it. And Warcross by Mary Lou is a sci-fi with some amazing characters. We're set with Amika Chen, where she starts getting wrapped up in this like really weird situation when she hacks herself into the Warcross games. Warcross is this game that's played by millions, hundreds of millions of people, and she is whatever, like hundreds of million people are watching that championship game. She hacks into it, and then she gets the attention of the billionaire game developer Hideo Tanaki, and basically he calls her to go to Tokyo and basically help her with a hacker that's trying to get into the game. But what she realizes is that this hacker is like gonna be way more complicated. This like situation is gonna be way more complicated than she thinks. There's gonna be so many twists along the way. There's also a second book called Wildcard, and it's just like Warcross and Wildcard were so good. There's so many twists, so much like sci-fi stuff that I really enjoy. Like it was so creative, so original. I love the characters. I love the diversity in the characters. Mary Lou's really good about doing that, and I just love the plot as a whole. I have so many other books that I want to talk about, but I only have 2 more in this video. So next up, we've got Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I feel like I need to talk about this more because it's really good, especially for the winter. I read it in probably February, like this year when it was wintertime and during a snow day, and it was perfect. I just loved everything about it. I read it like in one day, I'm pretty sure, and it was just such a cozy, like, and kind of like darker book, which I kind of like doing in the winter. Like I kind of explore like mortality and all that stuff in this book. This book is basically about a utopian world where basically, or a utopian world where humans don't die, and so basically what we have is scythes who kind of control the overpopulation of humans, because if people just were not dying and everyone was like reproducing, then there'd be so many people. So the scythes, their job is to kill off people every certain day, like based on like their threat to the society. And so we are set with 2 apprentices of scythes, and they get wrapped up in this like cool like rebellion and like interesting scythe like stuff, and I just love it so much. Like the culture, the new culture, the new society, it was so cool to explore. The characters, I really love the characters. I love the twist. I love the plot. This was just another really fantastic book, and probably one of my favorites of the year. Like maybe if not my favorite book of the year, like new book of the year. All right, last up, I had to do it to you guys. We've got the Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. This is just the perfect winter series. Like it literally starts off in the winter. It's like the first sentence is, the forest had become a labyrinth of snow and ice. And when I did this winter book recommendation, I did a winter book recommendation video last year, I also put this on my list because it's just so wintry, and I just always need to talk about it. Like it's just a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's so good. It has a fae and like more magical twist on it, and it has some amazing characters. The whole series is just so freaking stunning and breathtaking and beautiful, and I cannot wait to read this in January. I have that on my plans, and it's so cool between all the trials and the villains and like the curse. It's just amazing, and I highly recommend you guys read this. Like it does have a little bit more mature content like past the next 2 books, but still, I just think even if you want to read the first book, like it's just so good. Has a lot of magical, has a lot of twists, and love it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun with it, and I had so much fun reminiscing over all of my favorite books. Like this was a really great video, honestly. Just I had so much fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. My camera is going to probably die in a few minutes, so or maybe like a minute or so. So I just want to kind of hurry up my outro. But yeah, make sure to leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. And definitely comment down below if you've read any of these books. Do you have any winter recommendations for me? Subscribe down below for more content. We're getting close to 1,600 subscribers. Yo. And yeah, I think that wraps up this video. I'll leave the last Bookmas video up there so you guys can go watch that. I was actually really proud of it. It had a lot of funny content in there. So definitely go make sure to watch that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all you guys so much. And I will see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.